the high seas. Pisces, cast my line, now they're biting. Yeah, rocky coasts and lighthouses. What she knows now, I doubt it. Talk to me nice. I think your confusion starts with street lights.
Hi Taurus, welcome to your December 2018 reading. I've already got the reading set out for us this month, so I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about astrology, and then we'll get into the reading, okay? So Taurus, December is all about Sagittarius and Capricorn. So Sagittarius is your 8th house, which is a really interesting house. This is the house that naturally opposes you. The 2nd house, which is Taurus, is always opposite of the 8th house. You can look at any clock and see that, how 2 and 8 are opposite of each other. They're diagonal from each other, I would say. So, I think that's the right way to put that. Yeah, 2 and 8 are opposite. So this is a pretty foreign area of your life. This is the house of shared resources. So your resources could be expanding in a way in December where, you know, others around you may need help. I do see some resources coming in for you at the bottom of your deck. So, you know, Taurus, you're usually about the resources that you own. You know, you are the house of my resources and my values. But the energy that's accessible for you in December, at least the first couple months of December, or the first couple weeks of December, is our resources, our values, okay? So there may be some compromising going on there with, you know, finances and resources and how you're sharing your resources with other people. And then we're going to move into that earth energy that you're going to recognize at the end of the month. Around the 22nd, the sun is going to be in Capricorn, and that is your 9th house of philosophy. So this is about your beliefs. Capricorn represents your beliefs, your expansion, your philosophies. So basically December is all about the shared resources expanding amongst the people around you. You may be doing some deciding, you know, about what resources to share, what resources to kind of keep. You know, Taurus, you're so good at doing that. You're very stable. So yeah, December is all about your beliefs as far as the resources you share. That's a good way to put it. Other than that, you do have a new moon in Sagittarius. That's your 8th house. So we did have a new moon, a very dark new moon in your dark 8th house. So the December 7th could have been pretty interesting, pretty secretive, pretty dark energies, but dark is silent. Dark is, you know, I like the dark. I like dark energy. So it's about going within. There could be some energies about setting new intentions as far as intimacy. We don't want to forget to mention that the 8th house is very intimate. The 8th house is about secrets. Okay, so there could be certain secrets, Taurus, going on in December as well. Full moon in Cancer at the end of December on the 22nd. And that, Taurus, is going to be your 3rd house. Yes. So Cancer is three signs away from you. Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. So you're going to have a full moon in your 3rd house of short distance travel, communication. But if you want to know a little bit more about that, Taurus, go ahead and check out my full moon in Cancer video that I will upload near the end of the month, okay? So with this reading, we got 9 cards to honor Sagittarius energy. We're going to start in the center here. That's where we start in this reading. This is the center energy of everything. Everything in the reading is potentially centered around the heart of the reading. This is the heart of the reading, the center energy. Taurus, we have the Hierophant. When I did see this card pop out, some of these cards I have not seen yet, but we have the Hierophant. That is your card. And when I seen this, I about shit myself, because this is awesome. So everything is centered around you this month for some reason, Taurus. Everything is centered around commitment, beliefs. Okay, that could be the whole Sagittarius or Capricorn 9th house energy. Sag and Capricorn, that's all about your beliefs, the expansion of your shared resources. So commitment, this is some kind of counseling energy. This is like a mentor energy. So you could definitely be learning, teaching certain things, especially around the end of the month when we go into Capricorn season. That's your 9th house of philosophy. So this is about your beliefs as well. So yeah, I feel like this is all about you though, Taurus. You got your ruling tarot card in the middle of the reading, and that just says a lot to me energy-wise. So we know that you're smack dab in the middle of something this month, especially energetically. You could be caught in the middle of something, But this is the center here. And then we have all these things surrounding you, Taurus. So let's go ahead and move to the south node of the reading. This is the energy that you're potentially releasing in December. This is the energy that you've mastered already. It's a past life energy, something that you've mastered and therefore need to release. Okay, in order to get to the north node, which is the direction you're going in, you have to release where you've been, where you've come from, what you've already mastered. Okay, so let's see what that is. Okay, the Queen of Wands. It's really interesting. I just did the Aries reading, and Aries got the King of Wands in this position. You have the Queen of Wands. So if you're dealing with an Aries, you may want to watch their reading. So it looks like some of you guys could be releasing some kind of person. Okay, it could be a very, especially if you're same sex or if you're a male watching, because this does look like a fiery woman. So this could be friendships. I'm not sure, but maybe it's a part of your vision, Taurus, because this is coming up as something you've mastered. And it's really interesting. In tarot, the kings and the queens have mastered this energy. So there's something about the element of fire that you have mastered, Taurus. Now, you could be dealing with Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. You could definitely be dealing with another Taurus. But there's some kind of attractive woman here. There's some kind of vision or creativity, some kind of expressive, you know, maybe there's some kind of action that you're releasing too. But you've already mastered this energy. There is a woman showing up here. So there could be some kind of feminine energy that you're releasing, Taurus, because you've mastered. This is a Leo woman. Okay, so if there's any Leo women around you, there's something you're releasing about her or him. So we'll see what else comes up, Taurus, but you're releasing something about your passion. You're releasing passion into the universe. You've already mastered some of this energy. If you're dealing with commitments with Leo, Aries, Sagittarius people, you may be releasing that commitment. You may be releasing some kind of vision that you once shared with that person. Okay, there is a little black cat here. So I just feel like there's some spiritual energy going on. Let's go ahead and see what your north node is, Taurus. The Lovers. Interesting. Lovers. This is Gemini energy. Some of you guys are releasing a fire sign in order to be with a Gemini. Others of you are releasing something about, because I feel like this could be you, Taurus, especially if you're a woman watching, or if you're interested in women, same sex, whatever. I just feel like some of you guys are releasing a fire sign woman. You're releasing something about yourself. If you're a Taurus male, you could be releasing a very attractive woman in order to get to this lover's connection. This is a twin flame. This is a soulmate. You're headed towards the Lovers. This is a beautiful card to have in the north node, because this means that you're headed towards love, Taurus, especially if you release whatever it is that you need to release. Now, going back to the Aries reading that I just did, this could very well be your own desire. Some of you guys are releasing a marriage or a commitment. Maybe some of you guys are in the middle of divorce, but there is some kind of marriage here in the south node that you're releasing. Something about your marriage potentially, or your own desires for a commitment. And the only reason I could think of why Taurus would need to release their desires for a commitment is because when you release something, it comes to you faster. Okay, so there's some kind of twin flame soulmate relationship or Gemini that's involved. I do see Taurus and Gemini here, and then some Leo or Aries or Sagittarius. There could be a third party fire sign for some of you, or maybe this is just, like I said, your desires, your passions, but this is something you've already mastered, Taurus. So in order to get to this beautiful connection that's waiting for some of you, this could be someone who's at a distance. There may be a decision between two people that Taurus needs to make. Gemini, fire woman. This could be a very attractive woman and a Gemini. Maybe the Gemini is this attractive woman. But if this is you, Taurus, it looks like you have to release something passionate, some kind of woman, in order to get this connection. I feel like for some of you, you're in a passionate connection with someone, but you're not exactly happy, or there's a fire sign that won't commit, because everything is centered around commitment right now. And you know, this is the position of release. So there is some kind of woman, some kind of Leo person. Doesn't have to be a woman, but this is a queen. So you've already mastered something about this queen. This queen has already mastered her vision. She's already mastered her passion and manifesting abilities. But I feel like this is someone who won't commit to you, Taurus. So you need to release this person, no matter how attractive they are, in order to get this Gemini lover's energy. In order to get to your twin flame, this is your sacred partner. So for those of you who this resonates with, there is someone attractive, someone passionate, could be a fire sign, but you need to release this desire. If you're a woman, it's your own desire. If you're a male, it's the desire for this woman. You need to release this person in order to commit to your sacred partner, who may or may not be a Gemini. Some of you are married to a Gemini and therefore need to release lust and passion for other women, other people, other men. So that's very interesting there, that we have Taurus and Gemini again. I know that Gemini and Taurus are, dealing with each other energetically because of what I pulled for the new moon in Sagittarius. So some of you may want to go watch that. I kid you not, Gemini got the Hierophant card and Taurus got the Lovers card. So there's some Gemini-Taurus energy here. Maybe you have Gemini energy in your chart. But if this is not a Gemini, the Lovers speaks to a decision. You may have to choose between two people when it comes to love, Taurus. I mean, the Lovers are here. So this is a very, very strong connection. Masculine and feminine connection. Okay, so when the Lovers shows up in a reading, it's automatically has to do with marriage and your relationships. I do see that some of you are married, or at least wanting to be married, because the Hierophant is the marriage card. It's the commitment. This is two lovers going before a priest to get married, or to get, to renew their vows or something like that. So let's move on to this part of the reading, Taurus. These are your wings. This is your support for December. This is whatever's beneath you to help you fly in December. It's your support. And yeah, it's gonna help you fly. So let's see what one of your wings are. We have the Three of Swords. So this is interesting. Aries got a really interesting reading as far as the wing as well. So the Three of Swords, if you guys are going through some sort of heartbreak in December, if you're going through some kind of betrayal, or if there's a third party, because some of you are really finding out about third parties in your relationships. Even if you're married, you're finding out that there's this third woman or something like that. If you're a male Taurus, you're dealing with two women. If you're Tyson, if you are a woman Taurus, then there's just some heartbreak in the situation here. I do see an ending to some sort of marriage with the Three of Swords and the Hierophant. Those two right next to each other indicates a divorce. I do feel a divorce energy. Some of you guys are going through a divorce because you found out about this other woman in your relationship. Okay, enough. All right. So yeah, there could either be a third party that's a Gemini. I do see Gemini. I do see Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, third parties. But if you guys are going through heartbreak, betrayal, deception, if you're going through that in December, Taurus, I just want to let you know that that is actually helping you take flight. I know this is a very interesting card to have on your side, but sometimes I'm feeling that quote. I've seen a lot of quotes that talk about broken hearts actually allowing the light into our life. Allow your heart to break open so that this light and this clarity can come in. I know that sounds a little like cliche, but honestly, it really speaks to me because, we do have to be broken open and for any light to get inside us, for us to learn, things like that. So there's a really weird and peculiar indication that this heartbreak is actually helping Taurus fly to better love. Okay, I do feel that there's a better partner out there for some of you, and those of you who apply to that are going to know exactly what I mean. I do see an indication here of betrayal, cheating, third parties, a decision to make. Now Taurus, if this is on your behalf, then you may need to choose between two people, and that may involve you breaking a commitment, wanting a divorce. Because I do see that Taurus is heartbroken, or Taurus is linked to the broken heart of someone else in December. But also the Three of Swords, and I do feel a Leo vibe here for some of you. The Three of Swords is, to me, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius vibration, and it's talking about communicating from your heart. Okay, so some of you, it's going to be really on your side this month. It's going to really help you fly to speak from your heart. You know, speak even if your voice shakes, type of thing. You guys may be, you know, communicating with someone who broke your heart. You guys may have to come together and talk to your wives or your husbands if there's any divorce. You know, this situation needs someone who can communicate from the heart. So that will help you take flight in December, Taurus. And then the other thing about that I'm sensing is that Taurus is going to be able to fly in December whether or not their heart is broken or not. This may be you flying with a broken heart, or this might be you flying in December with the help of this heartbreak. For some reason, this heartbreak is going to help you fly to greater heights in love. I know that makes sense, but you know the love stories. There's stories about people who get divorces or who break up, and then, you know, very soon after that heartbreak, they meet the love of their life. You know, that's just how the universe works. It's very ironic, but I do see an indication here of that. And then let's see what else is on your side for this month, Taurus. We have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords. So this is definitely about communicating. There's definitely something here about wanting and demanding clarity. The Ace of Swords is a new beginning mentally. So you've already been through the Ten of Swords. This is telling me that Taurus has already felt pain. They already know that this is ending, and they have reached the Ten of Swords. I'm sorry, the Ace of Swords. So this is about new clarity. It's interesting that you have 2 sword cards, because that lets me know that your mind and your clarity, certain conversations that take place in December are going to really help you take flight mentally. I think this is about taking flight mentally, and there's a strong indication of Gemini, Libra, Aquarius here. So, you know, you are going to gain clarity from this heartbreak in December, or whatever this Three of Swords represents for you guys. There's some kind of pain here, some kind of betrayal, some kind of split that took place, some kind of like breakup or divorce for some of you. And I really think that this is for some reason helping you guys fly even higher in December. There is going to be certain conversations that need to take place. You guys are going to have heart to heart. To me, this is like a heart to heart conversation. This is about speaking your truth. Speaking your truth is also going to help you in December, Taurus. So now let's uncover the 4 corners of your reading. This is like different corners of your life in December. The 4 corners of your life in December. So in one corner we have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the 9 of Pentacles. We have the Hierophant twice. So Taurus, you are definitely showing up in this reading. Your 2 ruling tarot cards showed out in both decks, okay? And then the 4th and final card is we have the Sun. So clarity is here. You know, Taurus, I'm not sure if you guys are feeling a bit like agitated in December or frustrated, but I just want to express I'm feeling that around me right now. Like, I have a Taurus moon, so I connect very emotionally to the Taurus readings. So I'm a Pisces, so the Pisces reading is really important to me too, but Taurus is my soul. So I really put a lot into the Taurus readings, and it's like my dog always like disturbs me during these readings, or just people around me are loud, or there'll be a horn, my voice will crack, or there'll be a horn that beeps outside and that makes my dog bark. So, you know, I feel like everything happens for a reason. With everything going on, Taurus, you know, we could definitely be frustrated in December. So just be careful not to you know how you're the bull? You mess with the bull, you get the horns. And, you know, I feel like we're just being tested. And I don't know, I just wanted to share that with you guys, that right now I feel I don't know why, as soon as I started to do the Taurus reading, I got really like annoyed and like frustrated. So some of you guys are feeling that as well, just really frustrated and annoyed. And you could either be, this is either you, Taurus, or maybe you're dealing with another Taurus. So let's talk a little bit about these 4 corners. So in one of your corner, Taurus, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So in one area of your life in December, everything is changing. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune comes in to end cycles. It starts new cycles. It's a sudden shift in the direction of your life. It's very karmic, okay? It has a lot to do with your fortune, okay, your destiny. So it's like this wheel is turning, and I don't doubt it, that in Taurus's life, there's Tauruses everywhere that are experiencing some kind of change in December, and it's right up here with the Lovers. Okay, so there's either a Gemini involved with this change, or it involves heartbreak. So I definitely see, if it's not a Gemini, this is a relationship. And with the Lovers, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Three of Swords, this could be like a sudden change in destiny when it comes to your love life. Like, love is definitely changing for Taurus in December, and it may involve some sort of heartbreak or some kind of split when it comes to someone you were committed to. But I feel this is changing in a good way. It's changing your broken heart. It's changing this lover. Some of you guys have decisions to make in December that are going to change everything, and it's going to change things in your love life. It's going to change things, you know, the connections you're making in your life, because we do have a lot of change going on for you, Taurus, in the month of December, and it specifically involves your commitments with love. Okay, now in another corner we have the Nine of Pentacles. So yeah, I definitely I'm reading for a group of Tauruses that are getting out of relationships this month, because now we have the single woman. Okay, so, you know, either you are the single woman or the single man, but this is someone who, you know, they're okay with being alone. Like, they just kind of want to be financially independent. This woman is definitely single, ready to mingle. So there could be some energy here that just kind of wants to be attractive and just kind of flourish themselves in their own. Like, this is someone who wants to be stable on their own. And this might be why there was some kind of split, because I don't know. I think for some of you, you are breaking off commitments, going with other people, you know, being with other people that fulfill you or that are committed enough for you. And if it's not that, Taurus, then you guys are calling off relationships to be single, or this is being done to you, because I do see, you know, love changing, and then someone who's single and more financially on their own. And I feel like this is you, Taurus. That's why Spirit had the Hierophant card come up twice, so that when I started talking about the other person, I'm reminded that how much this is Taurus related, because we have the Hierophant going on. So this is either another Taurus, or in another area of your life. There's these commitments you have, work commitments. There's your beliefs. You know, there's these fairies flying around, changing the direction of your life. So you have yourself in one of your corners to consider, okay? Either way, Taurus, there is something changing for you in December. And I feel like it's all about your own happiness. Now, there's another indication here of Leo. We have the Queen of Wands and the Sun card, okay? So this looks like a Leo person to me. It may involve children for some of you guys, because the Sun card is also talking about children. But also, we don't want to forget that we have two cards here that represent clarity. Some of you could be speaking your truth to a Leo, or others of you are just really, really gaining clarity about what would make you happy. Okay, this Ace of Swords is being used to cut anything out of your life that, you know, no longer warms you. It no longer makes you happy. This is the happiest card that anyone can receive in a reading. So what it looks like to me, Taurus, is that there's a sudden change in events going on in one area of your life. In another area of your life, you either are single or want to be single. You may be communicating for the first time in a while to your partner that, hey, you know, I don't really know if I want to be with anyone right now. A lot of change going on for me. So I'd rather just kind of stand on my own. You know how it is, Taurus. You're very stable. And sometimes Taurus would rather, you know, you are going through that 8th house energy in December. So it has a lot to do with you sharing your resources, and then also what you believe. And we have that in both corners. You know, someone who may rather, you know, in the name of stability, you may just want to be on your own. And then, you know, your beliefs, your commitments are coming out, especially if you're married to a Leo, a Sag, an Aries, if you're married with children, because I do see married with children here. Okay, there's something here, and I feel like there's a divorce. I feel a very strong, either if it's not a divorce, it's like there's a talk of a divorce, you know, or there's just something here about someone who has a son, because the son could also sometimes be a son, you know, but you could also have a daughter, because this is a woman here, you see. Maybe there's someone with blonde hair involved or something like that. You know, I do see a blonde-haired woman, if that matters to any of you guys. You know, there's also a blonde-haired woman in the Lovers card. So there could be an indication here of someone with blonde hair. You know, that could be the third party, because I did see that. So Taurus, this is about you committing to the things that makes you happy. Okay, marrying your own happiness, basically. Whatever makes you happy. You know, it could be getting out of a relationship and into another one that makes you happy. Following your own truth, that's what's going to help you fly this month. Remember, basically creating your own clarity after a broken heart, whether it's you or the other person. There's some kind of broken heart here, whether it's Taurus or another person. Okay, there is also the indication of a third party. So in order to fly in December, the wind beneath your wings needs to be based on clarity. It needs to be based on truthful conversation, and you know, a new beginning basically is helping you. One of your wings is very new and very truthful. Okay, victory is helping you fly. Victory over this heartbreak. Okay, however that applies. That's what's helping you fly. And again, you're releasing, maybe a Leo, maybe you're releasing some part of your desire for a relationship. I do feel like some of you guys are releasing your desire for a relationship and just kind of, you know, being okay with being single, because this might be a time in your life where the changes happening revolve around you being single and committing to yourself. Okay, because I do see you releasing your desires, but also committing to your happiness. Okay, those things could go hand in hand. Now let's get to the underlying energy here. We do have the Page of Pentacles. So this is an interesting card here. This is a messenger. This is some kind of financial message or some kind of realistic message that's coming in for Taurus this month in December. More resources for you. Maybe this is a call about a job or a call about a promotion. Maybe you just found money. Maybe you stumbled upon some sort of new pinnacle. Okay, this is a seed that this guy could plant, right? Turn it into something way bigger in the future. Every journey starts off with the discovery of something. So there is the potential here of discovering new money. And look who we have here. A Leo. There could be a Leo here involved, okay, with Taurus. I just caught a really strange vibe about a gold digger. Like Taurus is finding all this money, and then there's this Leo that rushes in. So just be careful, okay, because we have a lot of indications of Leo here. Leo, Leo, Leo. Okay, Leo, Leo, and then we have the Strength card. So if this is not a Leo, but for a lot of you, I'm hearing that it is a Leo. Or they have Leo in their chart. Mars Leo, Venus Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising Leo. There's Leo. With the people you're dealing with, they have Leo in their chart. Or this is about you, you know, really having the strength to tame a situation. Maybe finding this new money, finding these new resources that you value, Taurus, gives you the strength that you need to passionately charge forward towards more expression and happiness. Because now we have the Knight of Wands, which to me is a very quick fire sign coming in, or Taurus just charging towards what would light them on fire. And you are willing to stand up for this. You know, there's competitors. There's also someone here. You could be fighting someone who's pregnant. Some of you guys are fighting and competing at work with pregnant people, or you know, this could be someone's mother. This is a Libra, a Taurus, or an Aries. But this is the mother. So somebody's dealing with mother energy here. You're either fighting for your mother, fighting with your mother, and then there's some kind of work situation going on. Maybe it's the mother of your child. And then again, the Nine of Pentacles. So yeah, some of you guys are single or want to be. And there is something here about someone being pregnant. Or at least giving birth to something that you're willing to fight for. So however that applies, Taurus, that could be you. If you're watching, that could definitely, the Empress could be you, but it's like fighting for your own beauty. But there's some kind of pregnancy. I don't usually read the Empress as a pregnant woman, but I am this time, because someone is also single in the situation. The Nine of Pentacles, someone is single, and it's like you're working with a single woman who may or may not be pregnant. Oh my god. This card was just so hard to pick up off the ground. So it's like you really need the strength right now, Taurus. I mean, I just had to use so much strength to even go get that card. So I feel like that happened not for a reason. There could be a Leo charging in pretty quickly, or a fire sign, or maybe this is just the strength that you need, Taurus. But yeah, we had a strong indication of a Leo here. Leo is right here in your reading. So just keep an eye out for Leos. Okay, but bottom of the deck is this Page of Pentacles, Taurus. Some kind of new resource that you find. Now the other deck here is the Seven of Pentacles. You know, this woman is picking off of a tree. But usually the Seven of Pentacles is someone who's waiting for, you know, they're taking a break from hard work. But in this, I have to go by what I see here. And this is someone who's picking a fruit that's ripe. So there is a difference between ripe and rotten, Taurus. Just keep that in mind when you're, you know, when you're picking from your harvest. And so we have the Six of Swords after that. So you could be leaving a situation behind that you've waited for a really long time. It could involve a Virgo for sure. Or this Knight of Pentacles could also be you, Taurus. This could definitely be you, you know, leaving things behind to get to a more emotionally stable situation. We have all this earth energy here. So this is the Queen of Pentacles. That's you, Taurus. Something coming very slow, but being patient. You know, this is you having that stability in your home as a mother. Maybe there's a Sagittarius or a Scorpio involved here too. Because I do see some kind of battle going on with a Sagittarius and a Scorpio, quite literally, or just being patient for this transformation. Because there is two indications here of being patient. So Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Six of Swords. So there's definitely some leaving behind energy, some traveling for work. Someone may travel for work or something like that. But yeah, Seven of Pentacles here. So here's your two underlying energies. I like to look at it like this. So it's like you find something new to wait for, and they're both pentacles. Okay, it may involve you leaving something behind. I think you guys are leaving instability behind. So yeah, Taurus, this looks like a really interesting reading here. It looks like you're releasing certain desires. This has everything to do with you because you did show up in the middle here. And then also you have a Taurus in your corner. So there's something here about commitments and beliefs, maybe even a marriage. You got this whole thing going on with this marriage here. And then we have commitment and single. So there's someone who won't commit here, whether that's you, Taurus, or someone you're dealing with. Like in one corner there's commitment, in another corner there's someone who'd rather be single. In another corner you have something that would make you happy. You know, you do want to consider your own happiness while all this is going on in December too. And then the Wheel of Fortune. Everything's changing anyways. And it looks like a broken heart is changing. It looks like love is changing for you. There's some kind of decision, either to be single or to commit, Taurus. Okay, whether this is your decision or the decision of someone else. It's like you only have so long. I'm hearing something about you can't stand in the middle of single and married, okay? Because in Taurus, it's all about your clarity. It's all about this conversation taking place in December, right? All right, definitely a Leo energy, definitely a Taurus energy, Gemini as well. So hopefully that made sense, Taurus. I mean, I feel like there is something you need to release that has to do with a fire sign, or it has to do with your own passion. And it's like you need to release this energy that you've mastered in order to get to the North Node. This is the direction that your relationship is going in. And that is what's changing in December, if that makes sense. And then, of course, we have this Three of Swords. And I do feel that some of you have either been dealing with or talking about, maybe some of you guys are like separated, but still kind of on good terms. Still speaking to the person you're separated with, if that makes sense. And, you know, the underlying energy it has everything to do with your money. It has everything to do with your worth and your value. But there's someone here who is single or would rather be single. Okay, we have the Lovers and then the Nine of Pentacles. Clarity. So really interesting reading here, Taurus. I'm just kind of looking here and seeing if there's anything else that jumps out. I do see that everything is changing for you. This broken heart, this relationship. I feel like there's several different storylines here. Okay, so you're going to have to follow your own intuition and apply this to your life however you can. So before I go, Taurus, I did want to mention to you that I have a present for you. We have a visit from Spiritual Santa. So spiritual Santa left you guys a gift. So what I've done is I've put a tarot card in here, and this tarot card represents a gift for you in December, okay? So we're going to open this up and we're going to read from the deck here. What is this? Nature. Okay, Aries almost got this card too. So Taurus, you are quite suitingly and quite accurately getting a gift from nature this month. So to me, this is about a gift that is very physical and very real. It looks as if it's this card, because this is also a gift that is very real. So whatever this is, Taurus, you value it. You've waited a long time for it. It's going to shoot down from the sky, okay? So it could be a gift from Uranus, when Uranus comes back into your sign. I am going to read from the book, though. So let's see what page nature is on, because this is a gift of nature. Like, so you could get, if anybody gives you flowers, I also wanted to see, I just looked down and it's like there's sunflowers in both of these pictures, okay? Sunflowers do rule Leo, but look at how that queen is holding that flower, and it's like when you release that one little flower, then you're like celebrating the growth of all those sunflowers back there. So it's definitely a physical gift from nature, a nature gift. It's like something that's organic, something that's a plant, something that will grow. Maybe a gift from nature, like that reminds me of, like, sometimes a gift from nature, it could be a child or something. So we'll see how this manifests for you, Taurus, but just keep in mind that your gifts for December, you know, no matter what you celebrate, this is the season of giving and presents and stuff like that. So this is just some kind of indication of a gift coming in for you. So what page is nature on? Okay, nature is on the page 33. So it's a very special number. 33, if you guys see any 3 3s or anything like that. So yeah, okay, you know how I said that the gift of nature is sometimes a child? Well, we do have Mother Mary here. So some of you guys are going to get a nice gift of someone's pregnant, or you're pregnant, or something like that. So nature, if you can pause this and see this and read it yourself, if you want to read it later, hopefully you can see that, but don't worry, I am going to read it to you guys. So your gift of nature, Taurus, it says, as an indigo, you're extremely sensitive and you can unknowingly absorb negative energy, which then affects you and those around you negatively. This limits your understanding of your amazing life purpose. So the angels ask you to step away temporarily and spend time in nature, connecting with this beautiful planet. So no matter what season it is, I know some of you guys, it's snowy and cold out, but Taurus, there's a gift that you could receive from Mother Nature if you go outside. Okay, going outside, you know, breathing fresh air, it's beautiful. So it's time for you to explore the world outside your home and workplace. Taurus, you're spending too much time at home. You're spending too much time working. So you need to explore the world outside. You are so much more than what you experience in your normal daily routine. Allowing yourself to be immersed in the Earth's energy can be a healing and cleansing experience that will help you ground yourself and release that which no longer serves you. Release that which no longer serves you. This desire for this fiery person. Okay, Taurus, this is a beautiful card to come out for you, because Taurus in very many ways is Mother Gaia. So this is a gift that's going to ground you and electrify you. It even said that you can ground yourself and release what no longer serves you, and this is the release position. So ground yourself, Taurus. Spend time in earth and nature. That's why the pinnacles are here. All right, Taurus, so you have a gift of nature, and for some of you guys, that's a pregnancy or something like that. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. And I did want to mention, for those of you who are interested, I am doing 2019 yearly readings, so please get a hold of me if that's something you're interested in. And yeah, the next time I talk to you guys, it'll be towards the end of the month, so winter solstice, full moon in Cancer time. So I guess I'll see you guys there, and if not, I'll talk to you in January 2019. Holy cow. Thanks, Taurus. See you later.